is Steve Garland. I'm the head wrestling coach at the University of Virginia. This is my weekly Virginia Wrestling video newsletter. We had a great weekend. This past weekend we wrestled 3 matches. We went 3-0. We had some pretty cool results and some good performances. And I'll try to just kind of by memory highlight much as I can. And maybe I'll just go through some of the lineups. First, I'll start with the VMI match. We won 51-0. I thought our guys really came out and made a statement. I think, the thing we talked about before the match was, hey guys, we've been talking about good to great for a long time, for 3 months now. You guys have put all this work in. Everything's been done. Think about everything you've been doing since August. This is your reward. Today is your reward. Go take your reward. Go start this season off right. Go show everybody what the 2015 Virginia wrestling team is going to be. And they responded. I think they all did. Starting with Will Mason, where he got a tech fall, just looked amazing. We broke down his film today, and I actually couldn't find criticisms in the match because I didn't know what else. I was searching for things because he did so many things right. 33, a huge praise God moment. George DiCamillo is back. George DiCamillo went through a very rough year, and I won't get into detail last year with injury, but it's been a long time coming for him to get back on the mat, and he did, and it was really special. He looked amazing. 141, Joe Spisak looked great. I think he got a fall in that match. And 49, TJ Miller was in there, and I don't know why people forgot who TJ Miller was. TJ Miller was the number 3 ranked recruit in the country coming out of high school. He was a total stud. Jersey guy who was a state champion as a sophomore in one of the best states in the country. I got a lot of emails, positive emails and questions and inquiries about TJ, but newsflash, TJ's really good, and so he went out and pinned his guy, and he did great. And 57, Andrew Atkinson is a name that guys don't know of yet, but they hopefully will. He's a newcomer, redshirt freshman that was starting at 57 for us. Nick Solzer was back from the All-Star match, and he drove through the night just to be back there with his teammates. He got done with that match and with his singlet still on, ran out to the car and got in the car as fast as he could, and couldn't eat because he had to make weight the next morning, and he actually drove all the way down with Coach Gavin just to make it back for his teammates, and so he won by bonus points. And Blaze Butler up at 174. I've been getting questions about, is he big enough? I think he proved he's plenty big enough and plenty fast enough and plenty mean enough and strong enough. He looked amazing at 174. Billy Coggan is another great story for us at 184. Billy's the guy who could have just, he graduated last year. He could have just went off and made $1 million somewhere. He's a very intelligent guy, very capable guy, very gifted guy that could have went off into a million different career paths. Instead, because in his words, he loved UVA wrestling and he couldn't leave, he came back for his 5th year to finish off what he started and was in the starting lineup for us and looked fantastic, scoring bonus points as well. Zach Nye was at 197. He's gotten so much better over the years, and gosh, he looked great. And then in heavyweight, that match was a great exclamation point to the match. Derek Papp ended up going into overtime and got a pin in overtime off a scramble, and so we were really proud of him for gutting out that win. The next match, George Mason, I won't go through all the bouts, but tell you that our guys were putting points up in bunches. They were finding ways to score, especially on top and in scrambles, and that's something we preach in our room, something we pride ourselves on, so it was really good to see that. But we also got a sense of what we need to work on moving forward, too, so it was a really productive weekend. Some other storylines, a guy like Zach Watson, who was another praise God moment, who was back in the lineup after tons and tons of heartache. I mean, he's had 2 different injuries here that were serious. I won't get into detail for his privacy, but they were serious, and he was able to get through those and get through those rough times in his life through the help of his parents first and foremost, but then also with his teammates here, and I'd like to say my staff and I and the people, the support staff we have at Virginia. And he was back on the mat and got a fall. And I mean, stuff like that was maybe went under the radar, but should be noted, because those are the stories that really make you excited to be a part of this profession, where you get to actually see those success stories out there that maybe didn't show up on the on the Intermat website, but it's something that's pretty darn big for us. So yeah, so that was our team. I mentioned the All-Star match. Nick Solzer got to wrestle returning national champion Daringer from Oklahoma State up at the All-Star match. He lost 4-2. Again, ton of things that we can work on after that match. So Nick is one of the greatest workers I've ever been around, so he's already hard back at work with us, and it's been great. I had a great technique session with him yesterday, and his mind is already working towards the future. So we're in good shape there. A couple huge announcements coming up that I need to make clear. First of all, North Dakota State's coming into town next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. I believe it's the 15th. Saturday the 15th, and they're ranked 22nd in the country. They have 6 of their 10 guys nationally ranked. It's going to be a heck of a war. I really appreciate anybody that can come back and help support us there. Also wanted to say that the Ohio State match, Monday, November 24th, 7 p.m., John Paul Jones Arena. We're going to do a free clinic for anybody with a heartbeat, anybody that wants to come learn wrestling. Okay, it's going to start at 5:30 to 6:30, an hour clinic. We're going to do a chalk talk where I'm going to come in and talk to the alumni and friends of our program before the match. It's going to be a really special event, so mark that date on your calendars, Monday, November 24th. Last thing I will say is just a huge thank you to those who came to the quad match. I couldn't get over how many people were there. I had people email me and give me estimated numbers. I can tell you this, I've never seen an opening weekend that was that packed and with that much energy in the room. When Derek Papp got that fall at heavyweight, how everybody went through the roof just was so cool. Thank you guys so much, and you guys are a huge part of what this special thing is that we feel like we're cooking up. You know, it's not just about what happens within the 4 walls of this wrestling room. It's about the support we get on Facebook. It's about the support we get with all you guys taking time out of your Sunday to come to our matches and support us. Friends, family, and otherwise, just want to thank you guys so much, and stay tuned.